my name is Agatha and this is your monthly tarot forecast. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation with me, tarot or astrology consultation, please go to my services page, the link is below, and see my rates. Then if you'd like to work with me, just send an email to tuniazad@gmail.com. Also, you can support me through my Patreon page, the link is also below. Before going to the reading, I'd like to tell you that I have a newsletter, and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and if you subscribe to my newsletter, you can win my monthly free tarot reading. The link is www.tinyletter.com/Duniazad. The link is also below. All my readings are written by me. There are no software readings. So this month is going to be a little bit different. You are going to choose between option A or option B, and I'll be using the decks, the Mini Rider-Waite, the Mini Connolly Tarot deck, and also be using for your personal angelical message the Karma Angels Tarot. So it's going to be 7 cards for option A and 7 cards for option B. This way it's more personal to you. Also, you can choose to have a question in your mind. Imagine, how will my work life be this month? So you'll pick, for instance, option B. Or how will my love life will be this month? You can pick option A. So you can just pick for a general reading option A or option B, or you can have also whatever type of question in your mind and pick one option or the other option. Okay, and that's it. Let's go on to your reading. Okay. Hello Sagittarius. So this is the reading, the tarot reading that I have for you for the month of March 2016. So pick between option A or option B. Option A or option B. I'm going to read this as the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. So Sagittarius, if you've picked option A, the cards that came out for you were for the beginning of the month. The Ace of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So first this one and then the 7 of Pentacles. So maybe you've conquered something. Maybe you conquered something, material wealth, and you're deciding what to do with what you've conquered. And this could have been conquered through your intellect. Maybe let's say that Sagittarius, that you've developed an app, or you made like a silly little game, and something to play on your smartphone, and at the end of a month it sold 100,000 units or 100,000 copies or whatever, and gave you lots and lots of money. So you're trying to decide what you're going to do with all this wealth. So what am I going to do with this now? What is the path? What I'm going to do with the money? Where I'm going to put the money? Will I invest in something new? Will I spend it? Will I not spend it? What will I do with this? Or it could be that, and I think you're making like a very straightforward, logical, and objective decision towards this money and this wealth. Or you might not have to do with anything to do related with money. It is you're trying to decide which path will I go now in my life. So you're like pausing your life, and you have no idea, will I go this way, will I go that way? But you are able, I think you'd be able to make a very decisive type of decision, a very logical, very intellectual, straightforward decision. It could be that you have some savings and you're trying to decide, okay, what I'm going to do with this money now. Or you've come into some money, and again, what am I going to do with this money now? In the middle of the month, Sagittarius, option A, as I said, from the 11th of March till the 20th of March. The cards that came out for you were the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This could be read in different ways. It could be that, Sagittarius, you get an offer which will lead you to a leadership role, and which will give you more material stability in your life. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Because the Queen of Pentacles showed up, and she is a woman in her late 30s or after the age of 40, not necessarily could be someone younger, but someone who is extremely mature, and she's from an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It might mean that even though you're Sagittarius, if this woman represents you, you might have something on earth, like a Virgo moon, or the rising sign in Capricorn, or something like that. This woman is someone who's very pragmatical, very realistic, knows how to handle money. Or you could, for instance, in the beginning of the month, you're trying to make a decision on how to handle your money. So you decide, okay, I'm going to go to an expert in how to deal with money. And I'm going to give her my money to handle. So she'll make the decisions about my money because she's very smart. She's like a professional in dealing with money. It could be that. Or it could be that you came into some money from all possible ways. Like you had savings, or you earned something like quite unexpectedly because you made an app and it kind of sold a lot, and suddenly you have lots of money. Or even like winning the lottery. But I don't think it's that. It's more like you work for it, and you decide I'm going to give a gift to a mother figure in my life. Could be a mother, could be an aunt whom you deal with, could be a grandmother. I'm thinking more mother. So you decide I'm going to give a gift to this person. You might even buy her a house, buy her land, buy her some property. So, and this is how part of the money is going to be used as a gift. Could be that. Or it could be, it's like I said, you are promoted, or you give the money to, someone who can handle it. And at the end of the month, Sagittarius, you had two major arcana cards, the Temperance, and it came out twice. The Temperance is the Temperance. It might mean like you've decided to use the money in the following way. Part of it you give to a mother figure, mother, or even wife, could be that, or grandmother, and part of it you use it to go on a vacation, to go and relax, to go to a spa or something like that, to relax, just relax. Could be that. Part of the money you give to a hedge fund, a manager of some kind. So just put this money in, I don't know, just decide to do with this money, like put it in savings, like whatever you decide. I'm gonna trust you with this money. Part of it was for this person who can manage money very well, and part of it was for you to go on a vacation because you deserve it. Also, this might mean something else might mean at the end of the month there's some sort of a need for moderation, for peacefulness, for calm and tranquility. So it might mean also that you are protected by the angels. Call upon them if you like. So if you want, you can like meditate or something like that. Like there's easiness at the end of the month, from the 20th to the 31st of March. And what is the angel card that came out for you? It was Raziel, number 22. And what does the little book say about Raziel? Stores secrets. The challenge is being silent, and the lesson is speaking is not always necessary. The angel of mysteries, Raziel, is the guardian of creation and of all new things. He asks us to keep secret in any situation and to wait for the right time to announce something, which kind of talks about the beginning of the month because you're pondering something. And because this card, the Seven of Pentacles, just pondering and thinking, comes out after the Ace of Swords, and the swords are very intellectual and talkative type of element. I'm thinking you're keeping it quiet. Had it been the other way around, like the Seven of Pentacles and then the Ace of Swords, you would not be able to keep quiet what we were thinking. But because it was before, I would say that you are thinking about something and you're keeping it quiet. This angel, also being quiet, also speaks at the end of the month, because Temperance came out twice. So there's a certain stillness in your life. This angel is said to have created a magical book which recorded all the secrets of the divine. He passed this to Adam and Eve so they could return home after they were expelled from the Garden of Eden. It also means that we must find out what has been hidden from us, and it will be revealed. If this angel comes up, no, this doesn't apply. So mainly, I would say that the main advice is to be quiet, to be silent. Speaking is not always necessary. You can, have a certain amount of money. Oops. Wait. You can have a certain amount of money and not speak about it and decide about the action to take quietly. Take that action, give that gift or give it to a manager, and then take the other part of the money to go on a vacation. You don't need to tell anyone. Not even like, for instance, you have some days coming, you have like 10 days of vacation at the end of March. And your colleagues ask you, so where are you going to go? Oh, to my, I don't know, mom's place, and she lives in the country. I'm going to spend a few days with her, and then I'm going to be back home. And so something simple, something simple. You could lie, you could lie. Keep it quiet. And truthfully, what you are about to do is going on a cruise ship, really expensive, really, really expensive, something which you haven't done ever, and you don't take pictures, or if you take pictures, you don't put them on Facebook, you don't tweet about them, you're like, ooh, keep it quiet. So the angel advice would be more, if anything to do with money, keep it quiet, keep it to yourself. It's like you enjoy it more if you keep yourself quiet. Sometimes it's just better. And then, if you picked option B, what is option B? Sagittarius. The cards that came out for you were the World and the Three of Swords. So first the World and then the Three of Swords. It could mean two different things. It could mean that you achieve some sort of success, but with that success there's some sort of pain. The pain could be like gossiping, telling lies about you, and those lies might be connected with jealousy, something like that. Or it could be that an end in your life, there's the end of a cycle in your life, something that reaches a conclusion, something that ends in your life, and that ending comes with pain. And then in the middle of the month, there's the Sun and the Page of Wands. The middle, it's like from the 11th of March till the 20th of March. So the Sun and the Page of Wands. Maybe, so first the Sun and then the Page of Wands. Maybe you got a message that will make you really happy. Really happy. A message about a dream that you are about to make real, a dream that it's about to come true. Or the message that you might get might be illuminating something, illuminating a truth that was hidden. So it can have many different meanings. And the end of the month, at the end of the month, the 20th till the 31st of March, you have another two major arcana. You have total here, option B, Sagittarius, 4 arcana cards in a total of this 6 cards, there's 4 arcana, major arcana cards. So it's a very important part of your life for this month. March 2016 is going to be very important to you, Sagittarius, those of you who have picked option B. So the cards at the end of the month that came out were the Hierophant, or the Pope, and the Hanged Man. So first is the Hierophant and then the Hanged Man. Let's say there's something that comes to an ending. Let's say it's your marriage. Not necessarily your marriage, could be something else. And you go to someone who has moral authority, who has power, and like official type of power. You go to, could be a counselor, could be a priest, could be a pastor, could be someone whose opinions you respect, and you go to this person to ask for advice. And this person tells you that you must sacrifice something. That you must sacrifice something and abide to the traditional values, the conventional life, the orthodox life. There's a feeling of liberation maybe in the middle of the month, but at the end of the month you might have to sacrifice something. Even like imagine that this is a priest and he's telling you cannot divorce. Don't do that. You must conform. Must conform and do what society asks you to do. Imagine that. In the beginning of the month, there's an ending of a marriage. And then in the middle of the month, there's a message telling you that your former wife, from whom you just separated, is pregnant, because the sun is also connected with a child, or with children. So she's pregnant, and then you go and ask for advice to someone who has moral authority. It could be a counselor, a therapist, a priest, and this person tells you must sacrifice your desires for the sake of this unborn child. Or it could, or for the sake of whatever. Or it can have nothing to do with this. It could be something like in the middle of the month, the message that you get has nothing to do with having a child. It has nothing to do with the truth that rises to the top and the truth which is illuminated. It's another sort of message. It's a message that really tells you, that it really makes you really happy and speaks of a long-held dream and success. Imagine that you always had, Sagittarius, the wish of opening up your own bar, for instance. And the message that you get is that, yes, we'll rent the place to you for the price which you wanted. So you're really happy. I'm going to get this bar. I'm going to get to fulfill this dream. But at the end of the month, there's a period of pause and waiting. You have to wait. You don't want to, but you have to wait. Why? Because there's all sorts of contracts that need to be signed. There's documents which are needed to be presented. There's laws you have to abide to. There's licenses that you need. And all of this takes time. Like, oh my God, I have to wait so long. So you have to wait for all of this. All of this. Either liking it or not, you have to wait for it until you get to fulfill your dream, whatever your dream was or is. And what is the message the angel has for you? It's given by Ariel, number 5. And what does Ariel tell you? Realistic revelation. The challenge is, are you ready to be free? Interesting. Freedom can be really kind of, you see, this is the end of a cycle, therefore freedom, but it's kind of painful. It's painful. Somehow it's painful. Maybe it makes no logical sense to you, but you feel some sort of pain. Are you ready to be free is this challenge. And the lesson is, your cage is made by you, so you are the key. The Lion of God, Ariel, this card speaks of that which is hidden being revealed, like I said, in the middle of the month. Something that has long mystified you will become clear. and it will no longer hold you back. You will discover a new purpose spiritually and materially. Success is in sight. Liberation is at hand. A release from a commitment. Okay, imagine something. I'm going to again give a very extreme example. Okay, do not freak out. A very extreme example. Imagine that you're separated from your, I'm going to say wife, okay? It could be husband. No. I'm going to say wife. You're separated from your wife, and she's a hottie. She's really beautiful. She's really hot. Look at her. She's beautiful. Even though she's pregnant, because you just decide you cannot live with each other. It's impossible. This marriage doesn't work. This marriage brings pain to both of you, and even though she's pregnant, you have to really let go of this. And in the middle of the month, you get a message that this child is not yours. And this child really is from, let's say, a very close friend of hers, and you never quite understood the relationship that they had. So, and she kept saying, "Oh, he's my best friend. We know each other since we were 2 years old. I mean, don't be jealous or anything." And suddenly there's like a revelation. Oh, they always loved each other. That's why our marriage didn't work. And she's pregnant by his kid. I'm giving an extreme example. You know, I can give another example, something completely different. Let's say you end a relationship. Could be like a partnership, not a romantic or marriage partnership, but a business partnership. And you and your partner always had financial troubles, always. And the business never seemed to, had success. You never understood how the hell there's no money. And at the middle of the month, the truth is that maybe the truth which is revealed is that your business partner, and you decide to end the partnership that you had with him or her, had like a gambling addiction, and that's where the money went to. And suddenly you understand why he or she kept leaving like the store at a certain time. And you never understood that, and now you get it. Now you understand. Oh my God! All the money that the store didn't, or our business didn't made it, because he or she kept spending that money, kept it in his gambling addiction or her gambling addiction. So like suddenly you understand it. Okay, this is another example. So there are many different meanings. And ultimately, you will be liberated. Okay? Even you have to wait a little. It's okay. It's okay. And that's it, Sagittarius. This is the reading that I have for you. I hope you have a great month. Bye-bye.